Most people have been touched by cancer, maybe a family member, maybe a friend. But along comes a group to make the experience a little bit better. Let's meet the Get Well Gang. Gretchen, what a lot of hats. How did you get into making hats for cancer patients?
Well, it was a lot of years ago. I believe, if my memory strikes me well, it was 2003. And I had lost a very close friend of mine to cancer. And shortly before she died, I went to visit her, and she was very ill and sitting up in her bed. And I always say she had on her head that silly thing Carol Burnett used to wear when she played the part of the charwoman, the cotton cap with a ruffle around it. And it was on her head, but she had no hair, of course, so it kept sliding up. And I was trying to prop her up. I had my arm around her, and it was driving me crazy because as weak as she was, she kept trying to pull this hat back in place. Finally, I said to her, "Oh, Celeste, for God's sakes, I don't care that you don't have hair. Just take the cap off." And I never forgot it. She just looked at me and she said, barely above a whisper, "You don't, but I do." I never forgot those words. And I said if I could do one thing in my life, I would like to make something women could wear that they would feel good about, that they could be proud to wear, not something that they'd be ashamed of or be uncomfortable in. Years went by. I never gave it another thought, although I did remember Celeste. And one day I was crocheting a purse, and this was exactly the purse I was making. And I was working on it on the couch, and my daughter came in, and I threw it down to get up to make us a cup of tea. Picking it up and horsing around, Mary turned it upside down and stuck it on her head, and she says, "Hey, look, Mom, it's a hat." And I said, "Oh my God, that's my hat." I made 6 of them off the purse pattern, quitting part way up. I took them to the lodge in Kingston, and I took them in, and I told them what I was trying to do, and there was a woman there who was being fitted for a wig. And she agreed to try them on, and she liked it so well she took 2 home with her that day. And I knew then and there it was what I wanted to try to do.
And so the birth of the Get Well Gang.
That's exactly right, with the help of it was then just TD Bank. Some of the girls in there got involved, and they helped me raise a little bit of money and helped me work out the patterns. And from there, it just began to snowball.
And so this was what year when this
2003.
All right. All right. So 12 years later, you have sent out how many?
We are 70 hats short of 29,000 caps.
29,000 caps. That is, I can't even picture what that would look like. And what is the farthest that you've ever sent one?
Probably we sent to Nunavut. We send all across the country. We send to Nova Scotia, BC, you name it. We've hit every province. We send a few to the States, but mainly our hats remain here. Not for any particular reason other than I always encourage people to start a group of their own.
So if someone wants to have one of your hats, they are going through this, and how do they find out about you?
Well, we have a website, www.getwellgang.ca. We have our brochures, and the hospital has them.
Okay.
So that, I understand a lot of times now at the hospital they are giving them to patients who are just about to undergo treatment. I had a woman here yesterday who contacted me because she had been given a brochure, and I fitted her for 6 hats so that when she starts her treatment and her hair starts to go, she has something readily available to wear. So that's one way. A lot of times I just ship the boxes of hats to the different hospitals, and the nurses will have them out in a basket in the chemotherapy rooms, and they'll offer people hats. And then we have the little tags. Each hat has a little Get Well Gang tag made especially for you by. And we ask that the person that makes the hat only put their first name on the card. So that makes it a personal gift from the person who's made the hat to the person receiving it. And then inside it's just a little verse that says, "We've created this cap just for you. We hope it will make you smile, and we also send our best wishes too. May you be well in a very short while. The Get Well Gang. So very often people who make them, once they get better, they want to give back. It's a pay it forward thing, as much as it is anything.
And you said that a lot of your knitters end up, were originally recipients of these hats.
Exactly, that's right.
So it really is a pay it forward.
Absolutely. And
Right.
I would say 90% of the people who make hats for us, I have never ever met. Because the hat will maybe go to Nova Scotia and someone there will get a hat and they'll go online and get a pattern. And if they email me, I always say our rules are simple. The hats have to be 100% cotton. The hats have always got to be given free of charge. We ask that you attach a card so somebody gets the personal gift that you received. And I ask that you send me a note, just say what hospital and how many hats you've donated. That's where my 29,000 figure comes from.
If someone would like to help you out with this wonderful project, how can they do that?
They can contact me through our website. They can certainly call me. The hospitals have information on us. And just make hats. Go on our website, pick a pattern, and as I say, although we have patterns, I don't care what pattern you use, as long as you use cotton. That's my only stipulation. And make them, and you don't even have to see me. Just take them to the hospital, donate them at the cancer clinic, and just drop me a note and say, this is what I've done, and I'll be very appreciative.
Thank you, Gretchen.
Thank you very much. And if I can say one more thing, our mission statement is to warm the heads and hearts of cancer patients.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donna.
For more information on the Get Well Gang, visit Gretchen's website. I'm Donna Chambers for K-Town Source.